This is Coach Detling from Weberville. I took this video of your swing May 5th at Island Hills. It's a front analysis. It's similar to a video of the rear view we did, but the front can sometimes show us a little bit more. I just wanted to show you some things. I like your setup a lot. I like your wrists right there. That one has sort of a strong grip, meaning that I look at the V's between the thumb and the finger. Your V is pointed back toward that back shoulder. That's what I like to see in my golfers, especially the ones that are new. So that's a real good setup, good posture. I also like the fact that you're playing that ball up in your stance for your driver position, up off your front heel, so that's good too. Looking at your backswing, I'm going to draw a few lines. One is a box around your head that shows if you got any head movement on your swing. Also, I'm going to put a couple of lines near your hips here to show if you got any, let me see if I can draw that line right there, if you got any hip sliding going on. So when starting your swing, I notice with your wrists, you start to load them right away, all right? Sometimes that might be an issue for some people to do that. We like to try to teach a little bit more of a one-piece takeaway in which you really don't have a lot of wrist action until you get to this position, and you use more like a one-piece takeaway. Your coach Bradford can show you what I mean by this, but I'm going to continue on with this analysis. What I like here about this swing too is this arm stays pretty straight all the way through this backswing. I notice your toe head is pointing up as parallel, so that's good. You're not having the club too close, so that's really good too. And then let me center this a little bit. When you get to the top there, again, look at that front arm, really straight right there. That's excellent extension on that. At the top of your swing, this would be a perfect length of your swing right here because that club is pretty much parallel. However, you do go over a little bit of parallel, and that may be an issue sometime, or it may not be an issue. It sort of depends. We like to teach to try to keep that club more parallel. And then if I get that, notice your head right now. You see your head outside the box here? All right, so your head, everything is moved forward, so you are sort of leaning forward on this, and we would expected your head to be more in that box, and you have a little bit more center of your torso right there. All right, coming down through your swing, again, look how far your head is now. You're way out front of the box. So one of the things that I teach some of my kids is try to think about keeping their head more behind the ball when they're swinging instead of out in front. So this could be causing you to lose a little bit of power and a little bit of consistency and as you come in steep. So now right here, it almost looks like you're standing up a little bit, so your head's a little bit above that box now. All right, so you may want to focus on trying to keep your spine angle consistent and your head sort of like in that same area. One thing also, Coach Bradford can look at this. If you look at your wrist release, it looks like you're released fully right here almost before you hit the ball. Looking at your wrist there, it's like they're fully like snapped, or the release is already done. So you might want to be trying to hold that wrist release where the shaft of the club is more on this angle, so to speak, when you're hitting the ball, and then you release the wrist through. Coach Bradford can show you more about that, but I do like you do roll your wrist over really nice here. You see your club is pointing straight up in the air on that, like up that angle. So I really like that right there. All right, and then pretty good finish there. And it's okay to have your head outside the box at that, because that's well after you hit it. Going back here, watch your hips as you swing. Coming down through, look how far ahead your hips are now. So that's called a hip slide. So you want to work on your downswing, trying to clear this this back hip here, clear it, like pull it back here so you're not sliding this way, but it's going back more that way and turning as you come through instead of getting ahead of that yellow line. Again, keeping your head behind the ball will help that. All right. Let Coach Bradford know if you have any questions. Pretty decent swing though. I really like it. And Coach Bradford can get a hold of me.